Gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about why you should get a motorcycle, especially at a young age. A couple things is it's cheap, it's badass, and it helps you, especially as an adult or a growing adult, get into assessing risk. So I'm going to expand on these 3 points, and hopefully I can convince you or your parents to get you a bike. So cheap, super cheap to own. Even the fastest of bikes have very good mileage. Insurance is relatively cheap compared to a car of similar performance. What will bite you in the ass though is health insurance. When you do fall, just make sure that you're well protected, you have adequate gear on if you are going to be hooning it around town. Because health insurance is not cheap, especially if you're in the States. Or if you are under 26, you're kind of well taken care of by your parents under your parents' insurance. Tires, a little bit expensive, but get good tires that'll last about 10,000 miles. Oil change here and there. Oil filter, or if you get a Grom like this one, or a so awesome. It's so much fun. Oh my god. So yeah, let's get into the badass part, because that's really where the bread and butter of riding is. I'll tell you a story. When I was, even the bicyclist wave, it's so awesome. When I was growing up, I was an absolute nerd. I was a fat fuck. That's okay. It's part of it's part of life, is growing out of bad habits. So, when I turned 15 and a half, my dad, he bought like 3 bikes at the same time. It was crazy. He bought like a cruiser, a maxi scooter, like a big fat scooter, and a sport bike. And obviously me, being the little Asian boy, I wanted that sport bike. So I stole the keys and I took it around town for a spin, and, well, not around town, rather around the neighborhood. Didn't know how to ride. I tipped it a few times, moseyed it back to the garage, and he could tell something was up. So he told me, Ken, listen, we'll get you your permit. So in high school, so I got the permit, took that bike to high school, and instantly I was a badass. Starting from that day, the girls loved it. All my friends wanted to ride. The girls that never talked to me wanted to ride. They just wanted to start conversation. Oh, goodness. I remember so vividly, there was like a group of like 5 girls, and they all looked at me and like waved, and they're like, oh, hi, Ken. And then my stupid ass, I was like, oh, what's up, ladies? Or, hey, ladies. Oh, my gosh. Man, it was really good times. But regardless of age, there's always a level of badassery that comes with you, especially when you ride a bike. It doesn't have to be a motorcycle. It could be literally a scooter. Scooters are badass too. Bicycles are badass too, gentlemen. Don't forget that. And there's a certain level of mystery that comes with you when you ride. And girls eat that shit up. Women love mystery in men. And you have to perpetuate that and embody it if you want to. And then lastly, let's talk about risk management. Ferrari. So sick. When you go through life, you're going to learn that with great rewards come great risks. And you need to be able to modulate your efforts into whatever you do, okay? Whether that being the best in school or a sport or anything, just know that your time is super valuable. And honestly, this teaches you that. Is you want to go fast? There's risk involved. Here's the thing too, dating tip is you need to handle risks well. And women love men that can handle risks, that can manage risks, losses and wins. Because here's the thing, if you don't manage risk and you cry and you're a baby about it, guess what? That's an instant turnoff. That's childish, that's immature. So I heavily encourage you to get a motorcycle. I will say though, my allergies are always really bad. So maybe for me, riding every day, not the best thing. No, sorry. Probably in the video there. So, recap. Get a bike. It's cheap, motor transportation. It's badass, and it teaches you how to become a man. Risk management. Goodbye. Actually, let me pull over and just take in the scenery. Oh. Nice. Lines. Electrical lines. It's really what it's all about. Just exploring, and honestly, riding really at least does that for me. Show you around the bike. Yamaha MT-07 2019. Had it for like 4 or 5 years now. I graduated from an R3, and then before an R3 I had it was my father's Gixxer. Alright, gentlemen, stay well.